looking at the opposing workers killed, only 5 workers killed by those Hellions before, and 19 workers killed by aznGoodboi. So now it is 66 to 23 harvesters, and at this point aznGoodboi is free to do whatever he wants. There are only tanks and 10 marines on the field. 1 Thor will be able to deny these mutas from harassing from now on, but now it is just a waiting game. Actually, aznGoodboi could stay on these 3 bases, tick to actually Broodlords, and just a move in the main base when those Broodlords come out. He is getting a 4th base and a 5th base, so just taking control of the entire map. We will be speeding up here, taking a look at what kind of damage these mutas can do, but I think that actually aznGoodboi will most likely win this game. There is not much that goldmon can do at this point, especially with that lack of harvesters. He did take out all of the marines. There are no more marines left on the map, only 2 Thors here. Actually, magic boxing these Thors going to be able to pick him off. And will this Thor survive? Sending the SCVs to repair it, it will survive, but still a lot of damage has been done. Can see no marines and a single Thor against all these mutas. Actually, aznGoodboi could just mass produce mutas at this point and just win the game straight up. Instead, he is going for an infestation pit, gonna play around in this game and start to see what he can get away with. He has 4,000 minerals saved up and not much gas, so he will be transferring all these drones, getting gas at these 2 extra bases. Hellions making their way across the map and harassing these drones, actually getting quite a few kills here. So 14, 15 kills total, and will lose these Hellions, but not before making their way to the 3rd base and not getting any more kills here. And again, aznGoodboi is just getting such map control here. So remember, goldmon, if you're gonna go for this build, you need turrets or you need those Thors out just a bit earlier to deal with that kind of muta pressure. This 3rd base will not go up. If aznGoodboi actually decides to send his mutas here, he could easily, actually using corruption on the command center, preventing it from building. Actually, it does not prevent it from building. Sorry, I didn't know. I thought it did, but that SCV kept building it while it was corrupted. And again, if you look at that harvester count, it's now 57 to 35 harvesters. aznGoodboi actually stopped drone production. He is teching up to Hive right now, and most likely gonna go for Broodlords for the finishing blow, putting down some Baneling landmines everywhere. goldmon is pushing out with this tank, Thor, and Hellion push. There are actually aznGoodboi really needs to get his mutas down here and magic box his Thors, because 18 mutas could actually take down these Thors if he has great position on them. But unfortunately his mutas are just a bit late, and now he's gonna try and pick off this army with only banelings and roaches, and these will get actually picked off quite easily by the tanks. And might goldmon actually make a comeback here? Really, aznGoodboi should have had a lot more mutas by this time, which would have easily picked off these Thors, but now if you see the production tab, 15 roaches, I don't think this is a good choice. He should build a lot of mutas. There are only 3 Thors as anti-air, and mutas could actually magic box this so easily. There are very few Hellions left in this mix though, but now walking up the ramp, it will be that much more hard for aznGoodboi to actually pick it off. These tanks are on siege now. He should actually siege these tanks up on the high ground. This will be an easy cleanup now by aznGoodboi, because these tanks are not siege. These Thors will go down, and once these Thors are down, there is nothing left to actually clean up these mutas. So these mutas will take down the rest of the Hellions and the rest of goldmon's army. There are 45 harvesters now for goldmon. He was able to secure this 3rd base, still not building an orbital command nor a planetary fortress. And at this point, a lot of banelings across the center of the map, just defending this bottom lane from preventing actually goldmon from pushing there, and a lot of infestors now on the field. Do they have Neuroparasite? They do not, which would be very useful against these Thors. Neuroparasite will be able to deny completely deny all these Thors. And actually getting a 4th base is still not getting his Greater Spire. Now just starting his Greater Spire, and the Corruptors on the field. He will get Broodlords, and this army will be devastating. You can see that goldmon can't actually go across the map without going across some landmines. And there we go. Will he detonate them? No, these Hellions just barely avoiding them. You can see that aznGoodboi actually has those selected right now. So he is ready. He is going to try and push up. No, just bait them a bit further down. And will he detonate them? He does unburrow before detonating them. And now all these Overseers going to go across the map and try, I think, to just prevent any kind of production by his opponent. 5 Broodlords on the way now for aznGoodboi, and this is going to spell GG. As soon as these Broodlords pop, they can actually position themselves and just rain Broodlings across the main base. And with only Thors here, only 2 tanks and a few Hellions, these infestors can actually fungal growth everything in place, and then aznGoodboi can just stream everything, stream lings, stream roaches, and just overwhelm his opponent. He is now almost max compared to 156 for goldmon. This will be the final engagement. Is aznGoodboi in a good position here? His Broodlords are actually in a position to flank here. Some fungals should go down here, trapping the Hellions. No, not quite managing to get them. Now they actually could have fungled. Very dangerous here. Now these roaches are actually out of position. They should not engage before the Broodlords are here. The Broodlords turning around, going to start raining some Broodlings on these Thors, and that will spell GG. This is not going to be enough Thors to take down these Broodlords, and with that amount of infested Terrans, they will be able to deal with these Thors, and unfortunately goldmon will lose this game, and aznGoodboi will move on in the tournament. Goldmon had a good run. He did manage to get to game 3. He is only platinum, so remember guys, even if you're bronze, silver, gold, or platinum, you can still enter these tournaments and do fairly well. You can see that goldmon managed to play 3 rounds, even took a game off a Masters player. So you definitely have a chance in these tournaments, so don't hesitate to play them. They are great fun, and we'll just speed up and wait for the GG here by goldmon, but there is nothing he can do. There are so many Broodlords on the field right now. Look at that arm. Look at the units tab. 7 infestors, 6 corruptors, and 7 Broodlords. aznGoodboi is just waiting now. He had won the game a while back, but when you're ahead, you just get more ahead, and that's what aznGoodboi has been doing. He won't even bother to deny this 4th base. He'll just start attacking this planetary fortress, and it will go down pretty fast here by 7 Broodlords. And now the Broodlings actually managing to surround the planetary fortress. These SCVs trying to repair, but it won't be enough. These Hellions making their way across, but these Broodlords are just going to rain so many Broodlings on these Thors. And does he now have Neuroparasite? He still does not, so he will rain down a lot of infested Terrans. I'll slow down for this action. Might he actually be able to survive this? There are a lot more Broodlords in the back morphing in. This planetary actually survived here and doing huge damage. 66 kills. Most of them are Broodlings though, but with these 6 additional Broodlords, they will be able to finish off these Thors and take out the planetary fortress. This 4th base completely isolated, not going to be able to defend that. These Thors actually have +3 weapons, so they do a lot of damage. But these Broodlords are almost done. They're taking a lot of splash damage though. They have to finish, actually 3 of them dying before he can cancel, but 3 Broodlords will be able to clean this up. These are separated enough not to take the splash damage. The SCVs are going to try and repair the Thors, but during that time you have to expect that aznGoodboi is massing up an army behind this. And now a single Thor left. goldmon GG's out of here, and that will be the end of this series. Great games by goldmon, great effort, and aznGoodboi will be moving on. So thanks for watching, and look for more games later on.